everybody.
Hey everybody, it's Rita Hogan.
It's Pam Rizal with Purrrfectly Holistic, and look who I ran into at Super Zoo, my friend Rita.
We're having a great time.
We're having a great time, and we're seeing a lot of stuff about dogs and cats here, obviously. But here's something I wanted to bring up with Rita, who is the resident herbal professional. How long have you been doing this?
A couple decades.
Okay, so you know what you're doing.
A little bit. Just a tiny,
and you
tiny
also
bit.
you also formulate.
I do.
Yes. So you're smart about tinctures and how to make tinctures and why certain tinctures have the dreaded word alcohol in it.
Dreaded word.
You know,
Alcohol.
I mean, cat people are so afraid, Rita, of using products that have alcohol for their cat. And I'm like, I think you're being misled or there's a misunderstanding. So for all the cat people out there who are a little hesitant to use an herbal tincture of some kind that has a little bit of alcohol in it, can you explain or give them a little reassurance on why certain formulas have alcohol in it, and is it really harmful for our cats?
Okay, so a couple of things. With alcohol, certain herbs have to be extracted with alcohol. Okay, so they don't extract well in glycerin. Now there's certain companies that can extract the alcohol out of that substance and then preserve it with glycerin. But as far as our little kitty friends having alcohol, you got to remember that we're not giving straight alcohol. And for most tincture formulas, you're using what's called 40 proof, 50 proof, or 60 proof. So, 40 to 50 to 60% of alcohol. So that'd be like 60% would be 120 proof. Okay, you're taking that alcohol and you're what's called macerating. You're mixing it with different plant matters that's chopped up. And the wonderful thing is plants are almost 80 to 90 to 98% water. Okay, so you're going to get a ton of water into that alcohol that already has. So like, just remember that. Let's see, a 40 proof or an 80 proof alcohol. Okay, it's going to have a massive amount of water in it. It's not pure alcohol.
Right.
Okay, no one's going to ingest pure alcohol. So you're going to mix that alcohol that already has a ton of water in it with more water. Okay, and then kitties hardly ever have more than a couple of drops of a tincture. Okay, a couple drops 2 to 3 times a day. Now, you're not even getting up to 1 drop of alcohol for your cat per day. Not 1 drop. Okay, so usually it's between 6 to 8 drops into a regular tincture. So it would take 6 to 8 drops to even have 1 drop of alcohol for your cat. Or, depending on it, if there's glycerin involved, alcohol and water, which you can see a lot of those for cats, they're going to be what's called low alcohol, but it is such low alcohol. And again, you're not going to give over like 2 to 3 drops to a cat, even a big cat. Let's just say a 25 pounder. Maximum is going to be 4 drops of a formula or a tincture a few times a day. So you're not even getting, at the end of the day, you might get 1 drop of alcohol into your dog. Or cat, right? So the cool thing is that I would say that the maximum dosage for alcohol per cat per day probably would be about a milliliter.
That's a lot.
You're not going to get that.
That's like 30 drops.
Yes, it's like 30 drops. So you're not going to get that, okay? Of pure alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay, of a big cat. All right, so you could do a half a milliliter for and that's like a half a dropper for a small cat of pure alcohol, and you're just not going to get that because a lot of people just don't realize the amount of water that is in a tincture. Because when you taste it, you're going to taste the alcohol, right? It's going to go, oh, that has alcohol, but it has so much water. That's a dominant flavor. It's missing. Like for instance, there's more alcohol in a ripe piece of banana. There's more alcohol in ripe fruit, okay? Wow. But you have that fiber and the flavor to cover up the alcohol. In a tincture, you really don't have that. You have that bitterness of the plant and then the water and the alcohol.
Gotcha.
And so if you add glycerin, then you can sweeten it up. And so that's what you really need to remember. But for those of you that are like, still can't use it, just can't do it, you can take a tincture and you can put that tincture in a little bit of hot water and just let it sit. Take a shot glass. Let's just say we're going to do 4 drops of an alcoholic tincture. We're going to put that tincture in a little bit of hot water in a shot glass, and we're going to just let it sit for maybe about 10 minutes.
So it evaporates?
So the alcohol will evaporate and you can give it to your cat.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you're still worried about it, then just don't use it.
Yeah.
That's my theory on that one.
Because it doesn't hurt their liver. They can metabolize it.
Yes, they can.
Yeah, right?
Yes, nobody can
concern.
metabolize a lot of alcohol.
Right.
But like I said, there's so much water. It's going to be probably over 85% water. There's so much water. You're just tasting the dominant flavor, which is going to be the alcohol. And certain plants, whether you're told the truth or not, cannot be extracted without alcohol. And so it's all about dosage. It's all about water content. And nobody is using pure alcohol. For most tinctures, again, we're looking at 80 proof, 90 proof, 100 proof, or 120. And that's 60%, like 120, 60% alcohol, 40% water. And then you're adding another like 85% water in your tincture from the plant. So it's very little, it's low alcohol. It can get a lot more complicated than that, but that's the gist.
That's very cool. Now, do you have any tips for helping them mask the flavor? Like, what have you used? What do you recommend?
What I usually do is I will take a couple drops of the tincture, put it in a shot glass, and add a little bit of water, and then I'll taste it. And if I think it's gross, your cat's going to probably think it's gross. So I will drip that on a treat. I will put it with a syringe, just chip. I have to tell you that sometimes I use oven mitts. I have these great oven mitts that my cat, if he wants to haul off and give me a little snickerdoodle, he's not going to hurt me so much. But my cat usually just goes like this. But he's like, yeah, no, that's really gross. But, always the intention is there. Let your cat know you're trying to help them. Put it on a treat. Put it in some bone broth. Put it in something fishy.
Goat's milk.
Goat's milk or something like
tuna juice.
Yeah, tuna juice, stinky. And just mix it up and they'll be okay. But again, you can put it out, leave it in a shot glass, let it evaporate a little bit. That'll calm it down a little bit.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Because this is the thing. I don't want you guys to be afraid to use these awesome products and herbal tinctures because they can provide so much benefit for your cats if they're, whether it's therapeutic or whether it's something that they really, really need, like for life support, liver damage, whatever it is. So I just wanted to check in with the expert herbalist here and give you guys some just good information. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And drop a comment below.
Yeah, drop a comment below. And also, dosage is everything.
So if you have to, spread out multiple doses throughout the day instead of so much at once. Right?
That's exactly right. And you're never going to don't ever give your dog a lot of an alcoholic tincture. It's not needed. Oh, sorry. Kitty Witty. Listen, I have 2 cats that I love very much, and I'm turning into a crazy cat lady.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
Thank you, guys. Bye.